Hello students, this is for class 12, subject informatics practices, topic data visualization, subtopic creating histograms. Students, in the last video you had learned how to create bar chart. Now today you are going to learn histogram. Before that I would like to tell you that histogram is nothing but just like bar chart. Here you can find a little difference only, that it shows the number points. So let us start creating histogram with pie plot. What is a histogram? A histogram is a summarization tool for discrete or continuous data. Just now I told to show the number points, continuous number points. A histogram provides a visual interpretation of numerical data by showing the number of data points that fall within a specified range of values, and that specified range of values are called bins. It is similar to a vertical bar graph. Just like you show the bar chart, the histogram is also like the bar chart. Only difference is it shows the number points, continuous number points. However, a histogram, unlike a vertical bar graph, shows no gaps between the bars. In bar chart, you find the gaps between the bars or data series, but in histogram, you may not find the gaps in the bars sometimes. Now here again, histograms are a great way to show results of continuous data, such as we have the data of weight, height, how much time, and so forth. But when the data is in categories like country or subject or any other, then you have to use bar chart. Remember it, not histogram. When your data is in the number form, numerical form, number points, then you can use histogram. But if it is with the categories, it means you have to use bar chart. As here you can see comparison between the histogram and the bar chart. This is your bar chart where you have the categories in the names like USA, India, UK, New Zealand, Japan, and here is the histogram. Histogram, you can see there are no gaps between the data series. One data series is put just after the another data series. It means no gaps are there. But here in the bar chart, gaps are there. And another difference that in the histogram you have the numerical range of values, the continuous data points, but here it is categories given. Now here given how can we create a histogram. So as you know, you create bar chart with the bar function. In the same way we create histogram with the hist function. Remember this, hist function, HIST. The hist function of PyPlot module lets you create and plot different histogram from a given sequence of numbers. Remember this, it plots the values from a given sequence of numbers. And the syntax for using histogram function of PyPlot as given here, you can see matplotlib.pyplot.hist. So or directly you can write plt.hist. There in the parenthesis x comma beans equal to, as I told, the sequence of numbers. How many sequence of numbers in the array form you want to display. Cumulative, it can be the boolean value, true or false. Hist type means bar type you want to show, step wise you want to show, as here given, bar is tagged, step field can be there, it is also optional. Align, middle, left or right. Orientation, to show the histogram vertically or horizontally, as here you can see. So different parameters and arguments are there, but all are optional. If you want, you can choose any argument, otherwise only x is required, that is the number points is required. Now here the hist type is given like bar is tagged, step field, and orientation. So this I will tell you later in practical part. Now here values given, like we have two arrays, one is x, another is y, but this is not complete value given, so we will use our own value. So let us have an example, like here example given, the x, here value was given x array and y array. So the same thing here have been used with hist function, x array have been used. So let us use our own array as here given. First we have to import the numpy function if you want, otherwise we have to import matplotlib function. So let us open Python. Once the Python is opened, we can import numpy as np after that import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt, matplotlib dot pyplot as plt, as you are doing in the previous examples. Now as I told, we have to create our own array as here given. Here is given different array x and y, but here complete value is not given. Here dot dot given 100 values it has taken, so we have not to take 100 values, we just take 10 values. Let us take 10 values only. So let us write x equal to 10 values. Suppose we want to display the sugar, blood sugar number points of different persons. So let us start having like 76, 79, 89, 85, 95, 105, 115, 98, 125. Let us count 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. One more is required. So 10 values we have taken. Okay, now let us take y also, another array. So in this also we can take 66, 77, 83, 93, 94, 100, 35, 110, 120, 150. Let us count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, close the parenthesis. Now two arrays we have created. After that, what we have to do? After creating the array, just we have to write the plt function. We have already imported the matplotlib and numpy. Now what we have to write? Plt dot hist, then the value which we want to show, the data point which we want to show. So if you want y or x, we can write here x or y. Then we can write the number of beans, number of data points we want to show, as here given. Remember, this figure will not be produced in your practical part here what I am showing, because we have different array. So different array shows different data points. So here data points are different, and we can have different beans, means data limits as given data range. Here given first time 20, beans equal to 20. Now here given beans equal to 50. So we can have as per our choice. If you do not give, though by default it takes 10 beans. So we write plt dot hist in parenthesis what we want to show. X we want to show, x value. So let us just press enter. Don't write the beans. Beans by default it takes 10. Okay, now you can see here the array on y axis and the array on x axis to be displayed, data to be displayed here. So it takes random values anywhere, from anywhere it can take the values and display. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 here given a list of 10 patch objects. I told you 10 bins by default. Let us show the chart. plt.show. Now a histogram will be displayed. Here you can see. So you can see that histogram, it is like a bar chart only. The difference is bar chart displays the category also, but histogram shows the data point only, number points only. And bar chart displays the data series with gaps, but the histogram does not show gaps sometimes with the some values. Now as here given that we can have the attributes bins equal to 50 30. By default it was given here, as you know, by default it was given 10. So we can change. We can also have bins equal to 20 or 30 or 50, whatever you want. So let us paste it again and write here the argument bins equal to how many data series we want to display. So let us write 50. Now it will show 50 bins. It will show the values, what values will be plotted. Here you can see now. So an array of 50 bins have been made here. Now we want to display, write plt.show. Now you will see the histogram of 50 bins. Look here. Don't count the bars. Bar does not tell you the bins. Bins are the number points displayed within the range. So one line, or you can say one bar, can display many range of numbers. So please don't count the numbers, otherwise you will never understand. So it is not a matter of understanding, it is just a matter of showing the number points from that range to the next range. So we have shown the 50 bins. So here you can see 50 bins. The array of 50 bins means 50 number points have been created and that have been displayed in the histogram. Now further we have bins. Now cumulative argument. Another argument is there, cumulative. So what is the work of cumulative argument? As you can see here, we have told you cumulative argument, it is the boolean value true or false. If it is given, then a histogram is computed where each bin gives the counts in that bin. Means each bin is counted plus all the bins are also counted in that. Remember, for smaller values. The last bin gives the total number of data points. Means from beginning it starts counting and the total number of data points are given in the last bins. So let us use this cumulative argument. Let us plot the value of x comma bins. How many bins we want to display? Suppose we want to display 30 bins. Now let us write the cumulative argument. Cumulative equal to true. Now press enter. Here you can see 30 bins have been plotted. Now let us show the histogram. plt.show. Press enter. You can see now the histogram is cumulative, means the starting bin is counted plus all the other bins are also counted in this, including all other bins with smaller numbers, and the last bin displays the total counting of the data point, number points. So this is the cumulative attribute. Further we have hist type. Like hist type, what we can give? Right now we are showing the bar chart. Bar is tagged. Other types we can show like step or step field we can show. So let us use this also. As here you can see it has been displayed. Okay, it was cumulative. Now for the orientation is there. Yeah, hist type. So let us have hist type first, then orientation afterwards. So let us write x comma bins. How many bins we want to display? Suppose 30 comma hist type. hist type, we can have bars or bar stacked or step. So let us have step first, then step field. Press enter, then write plt.show. Now here you can see it is steps. Steps shows only the outline. Steps shows only the outline. Another thing what we can do in this, let us write cumulative also. Control C, Control V. Let us write cumulative also, comma cumulative. Cumulative equal to true. Now show plt.show. Now you can see the outline. So this is the histogram with the data points as displayed here, 30 bins, and only outline have been displayed because we have written here argument steps. So steps argument shows only the outline of the histogram. Then other types we have, like we have bar stacked and bars only. Step field we have. So let us use step field. Step field. Let us see what does this display. Cumulative equal to true. Press enter, display the chart, plt.show. Now see, you can see step field means it will fill the steps outlining with the color. Then we have bar and bar stacked. So that was already done. By default bar only is shown. You can use in your laptop practically. Further we have orientation. Orientation and then two values, x and y. So we can display orientation. Here we can write cumulative. Equal to true, comma orientation. Orientation equal to horizontal or vertical. Vertical already is shown. Now let us write horizontal. Horizontal. Okay, now press enter. Now show the chart plt.show. So now you can see the same histogram in horizontal manner. So that is the orientation attribute. Further we have showing two values, two data points, that is x array and y array also. So let us have two data points, x array plus y array. Here x. So we can, for this we can have parenthesis x comma y. X comma y as shown here. We can write a parenthesis in the form of list x comma y and then display the value. Bins if you want you can have, otherwise no need. So let us delete all these. We can use afterwards. Okay, now show the chart plt.show. Now it will show both the arrays x as well as y. You can see what are the values in x and y we have made here. You can see here x has different values and y has different values. So now we can display the chart. Press enter. Yeah, now you can see two data points. One is of blue color and another is of orange color. So this way we can display the histogram with different data points. I hope you have understood. We can use many more attributes like colors also we can use, like his type, cumulative, orientation, bins. These already we have used. If we want color, we can also use the color attributes as per our choice. I hope you all have understood. Further, all things have been told, I think, clear. Further, in the next video we will come with another topic. Till then, thank you.